For decades, it was considered one of the quietest monsters in the universe. A supermassive black hole sat at the center of a distant galaxy, seemingly asleep. No blazing jets, no brilliant X-ray flashes, no signs that it was feeding. Astronomers had watched it for years, and nothing ever changed. It looked like a cosmic giant that had simply gone silent. Then, almost overnight, everything changed. Without warning, the dark heart of that galaxy erupted with an explosion of energy so powerful that observatories around the world thought they were looking at an entirely different object. Light flooded across space, X-rays intensified, radio waves burst outward. Something that had appeared dead had suddenly come back to life. But black holes aren't supposed to wake up like this. Unlike stars, black holes don't create light on their own. Every flash we see comes from the material falling toward them. Gas and dust spiral inward, heating to millions of degrees before disappearing forever. If nothing falls in, the black hole remains almost invisible. So what suddenly gave this sleeping giant a meal after decades of silence? The galaxy, located hundreds of millions of light years from Earth, had shown no warning signs. Year after year, telescopes recorded the same calm picture. It was classified as an inactive galactic nucleus, a place where the central black hole seemed to have stopped feeding long ago. Then came the shock. In late 2019, sky surveys noticed the galaxy rapidly becoming brighter. At first, astronomers suspected a supernova. Those stellar explosions are common enough. But as more instruments focused on the source, the evidence refused to fit. The brightening wasn't coming from a dying star. It was coming from the exact center of the galaxy. That detail changed everything. When scientists compared new observations with decades of archived data, they realized they were witnessing something almost nobody had ever seen in real time. A dormant supermassive black hole appeared to be switching into an active state before their eyes. The transformation happened astonishingly fast. In only a matter of months, the galaxy became dozens of times brighter. Powerful X-rays streamed outward. Ultraviolet light intensified. The once dark core now outshone billions of surrounding stars. It was as if someone had flipped a cosmic light switch. The object soon became one of the most closely watched galaxies in the sky. Every major telescope wanted answers. But the deeper scientists looked, the stranger the mystery became. Normally, galaxies hosting active black holes show signs long before dramatic outbursts. Clouds of gas slowly drift inward. Brightness changes gradually over many years. The process is messy but predictable. This wasn't predictable. The black hole had remained quiet for decades and then transformed with incredible speed. Some researchers wondered if an unlucky star had wandered too close, torn apart by the black hole's immense gravity. These catastrophic events, known as tidal disruption events, can create spectacular bursts of light. But the timing didn't quite fit. Instead of fading away like most stellar disruptions, the brightness remained unusually strong. Something else seemed to be happening. Then another clue arrived. Spectroscopy, the technique that breaks light into its individual wavelengths, revealed brand new emission lines that had never appeared before. Gas surrounding the black hole was suddenly moving at thousands of miles per second. That meant an enormous amount of matter had begun orbiting the monster at incredible speed. Somehow, after decades of starvation, the black hole had found a fresh supply of fuel. But where had it come from? Even more unsettling, theoretical models suggested this entire transformation may have happened in less than a single human year. For a supermassive black hole containing millions of the times of the sun's mass, that was unbelievably fast. If the models were correct, astronomers weren't simply observing another active galaxy. They were watching one of the fastest black hole awakenings ever recorded. And the next discovery would force scientists to rethink how these cosmic giants can suddenly come back to life. The discovery triggered an international race. Observatories across the world and in orbit kept returning to the galaxy, collecting every possible wavelength of light. Optical telescopes tracked its growing brightness. X-ray observatories measured the extreme radiation pouring from the center. Radio antennas searched for signs of powerful jets blasting into space. Each new observation added another piece to the puzzle. The evidence pointed to an astonishing conclusion. The black hole itself hadn't changed. Its mass was the same. Its gravity was the same. What had changed was the thin disk of gas surrounding it. For reasons scientists still don't fully understand, an enormous stream of materials suddenly began falling inward. As that gas spiraled closer, friction became intense. Temperatures soared to millions of degrees. The swirling disk became so hot that it started shining across the electromagnetic spectrum, transforming an almost invisible galactic core into one of the brightest objects in its neighborhood. The sleeping giant hadn't awakened on its own. Someone, or rather something, had finally brought it food. But that answer raised an even bigger mystery. Where had so much gas been hiding for decades? One possibility is that cold clouds of gas had been orbiting farther from the center all along. Over time, collisions between those clouds may have robbed them of momentum, allowing them to drift inward until they crossed the black hole's point of no return. Another idea suggests that smaller stars and gas inside the galaxy slowly disturbed the material's orbit over many years. Then, almost like the last grain of sand causing an avalanche, the balance suddenly collapsed. The black hole didn't gradually switch on. It crossed a tipping point. That possibility has enormous consequences. For decades, supermassive black holes changed activity over thousands or even millions of years. Human lifetimes were simply too short to witness major transformations. This galaxy proved otherwise. A process once thought to be painfully slow may sometimes unfold in months. That realization has changed the way scientists monitor the universe. Instead of assuming quiet galaxies will remain quiet forever, astronomers now repeatedly visit them, searching for the next unexpected awakening. And they're already finding more examples. These rare objects are now known as changing-look active galaxies because they appear to change their identity in remarkably short periods of time. A galaxy that seems dormant one year can suddenly blaze with energy the next, challenging decades of accepted theory. The universe, it turns out, is far less predictable than anyone imagined. Every quiet galaxy may be hiding a restless heart. Every dark center could simply be waiting for its next meal. The awakening also carries a deeper message about black holes themselves. Although they're famous for swallowing everything that comes too close, they don't spend all of cosmic history feeding continuously. Many appear to cycle between long periods of silence and brief episodes of extraordinary activity. We're fortunate enough to live during one of those rare moments. Because the light from this galaxy traveled for hundreds of millions of years before reaching Earth, its dramatic awakening happened long before humans even existed. Yet the timing of that ancient event allowed our telescopes to witness it today. It's a reminder that astronomy is unlike any other science. Every observation is a look into the past. Every flash of light is a message sent across unimaginable distances. And sometimes those messages arrive at exactly the right moment to rewrite what we thought we knew. The black hole that slept for decades didn't simply surprise astronomers. It revealed that the universe still holds secrets capable of overturning long-standing scientific ideas in a matter of months. Somewhere tonight, Another seemingly silent black hole may already be beginning the same transformation. Its first burst of light could already be racing toward Earth, and years from now, a telescope may catch another cosmic giant opening its eyes, reminding us once again that in the darkest corners of the universe, silence doesn't always last forever.